My gosh. My hands are all dirty. What is this? It's like tomato sap or something. I don't know. What is this? What is this? It has been a very hot morning indeed. It is 1 o'clock now, and I don't mind working in the heat because there's no bugs in when it's really hot outside, but it's definitely really hot, and thankfully it doesn't bother me too much. But I definitely would prefer to do this at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I'd rather not get eaten by mosquitoes. And what are those things called? Yellow flies? Not good. Anyways, finish up the tomatoes, and I think I did a pretty good job. So I have let my tomatoes go a little wild without managing them. I don't even know what this plant is here because there's no tag. It fell somewhere. So it could have been a sucker for all I know. Anyways, it has a cute little tomato on it. There. Yeah, it has a cute little tomato on it. They all have tomatoes. Today I'm just clearing out any suckers I find, tying up plants to the trellis. I can find main stem, bloop, possible sucker. This is a sucker right here. Main stem, sucker, pull that out. I'm just leaving them, the plants, eventually it'll biodegrade and go back into the soil. See, then you have like bunches like this. I do think this is where people get scared. They're just like, there's too much going on here. Just take it one step at a time. Main stem, okay. This is obviously a little sucker right there. Take that one off, right? Main stem. There's the top of it, okay? So everything else, well, that would either be a flower or a sucker. And we are going to pull off any suckers. I think this is just a flower thing here. It's got two little flower nuts here. One. No, this is a sucker right here. I didn't want to just like pull. No, it's got a little flower on it too. I think I'm just gonna pull that off anyways. It just looked like a sucker. Which is fine. Just pull that one off. It's got a bunch. It's pretty cool. Check the bottom down here. These leaves look fine for right now. I'll leave those on there. What is this? Bug thing. It's already gone. Alright, I'm gonna check this one too. Looks good. Yeah, up. I saw something. Or did I? Here, main stem. Still looks part of the main stem. I'm probably gonna pull this tiny little sucker off right here. Very carefully. There we go. All right. So, ooh. This one. Oh. Is it going bad already? So I don't know what happened there. But that would have been my first tomato. Oh no, this was doing it too. Did I not? Juliet. Roma grape hybrid tomato. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna pull this one off too. Oh, this one's doing it too. We're gonna have to figure out what to do about all that. I think all the other ones are fine. These are cute. These are husky cherry red. Look at these. Cherokee purple. Nice. I think I'll go ahead and finish tidying all this up. Here we go. Tidy it up. Just a little overview of what it all kind of looks like in its mess. I started working on these the best I could, and these heirloom tomatoes are so weird. Like these are flower things, but it looks like it would be a sucker. So that's what I thought it was, but it wasn't. So I don't know. It's weird. Figure it out. These are cute. It's called Early Girl hybrid tomato. So I did want something that was gonna fruit pretty quickly. Take off a little sucker from there. So I just gotta be careful not to pull off anything that would have like a possible flowering thing on it. I don't know. This is weird. See, this is a sucker from a leaf. Sucker that came out of a leaf. So I'm gonna pull this one off too. It has flowers right here, but I'm going to cut this off and see if I can just root it. Give me a little two here. Probably just cut this whole thing off right here. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna cut off this here. This one here. Cut off the flowers. Now I don't really know which of these is the main stem or not, so I'm just gonna leave it like that and see what happens. There's some leaves here. Not bad. Just gonna go through and chop them off. So very carefully. This is a sucker here. I'll pull that little guy. Oops. Pull this little guy out. And got some weeds coming up in here. So I'll just pick those and throw them. That might have been marigold. There are some tomato plants I buried the marigold heads in, and I have no idea which ones I did. Like right here. I would just take these. It's the dead flower from the marigold, and you can bury it because all the seeds are in there, but I also have a little collection pot right here that I've been putting them in. So I'm gonna try harvesting the seeds from that. See what I can get. Look at this catnip. This catnip has little flowers on it. Hi, Lynx. Lynx. What? Hi. It's so hot out. Why don't you go inside? So cute. Don't walk through that. No, go the other way. Go the other way. There you go. Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'll do like a final like swoop of what's going on. I don't know what's going on in this tomato. I don't even know what this is. It's possible. I don't even know. I don't know. It's weird. It's a lot more yellow than the rest of my plants, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one either. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish all these tomatoes and do an overview of how nice and trimmed up they are. Been pushing this for a while and I really need to get it done. Alright, the new setup. Probably should have done like a before and after overall, but whatever. So, rearranged all the plants a little bit. Got some things staked up. This is actually, I do believe this is a sucker I just put in here a while ago with the catnip. Catnip's flowering. Look how cute it is. Let me get a close of that. Oh, so cute. Anyways, that's trellised up. There's a couple of things I'm gonna go back through tonight and fix, like some of the original ties I have on here are a little too tight for some of the plants, and I feel like it's going to cause that, I don't know what it's called, that ring around the plants. You know, it's basically choking your plant. So I'm gonna go back later tonight when it's cooler and fix those ones, but for the most part I have all of these nice and trellised up. And there's a few interesting things I wanted to show you that I did, and one thing was over here. Where is it? It's really tickled me when I decided to do it. I thought it was just the coolest thing that I could have figured out on my own. So there are different ways to tie knots, and this one here I can adjust it. So I can pull this closer, or I can make this circle here tighter if need be, but I just have it looped like that. And then I was like, cool, I don't have to use 2 sticks in a pot, because it's getting a little ridiculous over here, like, see? So I think I'm gonna go back and redo all of them that have 2 sticks and just do the one and use this as a model. I mean, we'll see how it goes over the next week or 2. It's not necessary because I don't really need the bamboo, but if I were to ever need an emergency stick, I know exactly what to do now. So that one's cool. Pretty sure this is a sucker that came out and totally left it there and kept talking about how I was gonna take it out, and now it's just a part of the plant. This one is a German Queen. Oh, Cherokee. Cherokee. Purple. I'm excited for that. It's cute little, I don't know how big it is now. Size of my hand. Just kidding, it's way smaller. Pull out the gardening tools. All the tomatoes. Almost every single one of these has a tomato on it. This one has a tomato. Little those tomatoes. These are cute tomatoes. Let me see here. So every one of them got touched all my tomatoes today. Fondled all the suckers off. And where's my sucker? Suckers. Find them in a minute. This one is a Husky Cherry Hybrid Tomato. I really like the look of this plant because the leaf nodes or leaf thingy here, I don't know anatomy of plants just yet, bear with me here. So this leaf part here is a lot shorter than, you know, we'll say this one. And these are all about the same age. And this will actually get longer as it gets bigger, like this one here. Oh, this one's like really long. There we go. But this one's just short. It's like compact. And the leaves are really thick. And they're also very close together. I like this one a lot. It's just a cherry tomato. I'm excited to try it. Whoa. Dangerous. So what else we got here? What is this one? This one doesn't have a tag. Some of them, oh, there it is. Here, I just gotta put it in the middle. Juliet. This is one of the plants that had a gross tomato on it. Oh, look, there's another one. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this, but I'm gonna do some research and find out what my tomato needs, or maybe I just need to water it less or something. But I tried water. I do water these every day just because they're in these pots and they'll dry out like nobody's business. So that's why I'm gonna end up taking the marigolds out and just putting them in their own pot so I can just water the marigolds. Probably place the marigolds around the tomato plants anyways, weaving in like in this space here. Gonna put flowers there so that way the flowers are still within the tomato plants. Look at this one. I do believe this one is a German queen or something of that sort. Look at it, so cute. Went around and spanked my tomatoes. It's called spanking your tomatoes. Helps with pollinations. Oh, here we go. Look at these. They're like a pearl green color. I don't know if this camera's even gonna pick it up, but it's like pearlescent. And I tied it up in this weird way here. Let's see if I can get this on the camera. There we go. I wrapped around the string around the plant and pulled it up a little bit so it could just at least be off the ground. I am letting this one just kind of grow as is, but it really hasn't grown anything since it's been setting fruit. So I'm just gonna let it do that, and then I can have some tomatoes for whatever I feel like eating them with. I do believe this one's also aroma. These are determinate varieties. I didn't realize they were determinate when I bought them because I was just so excited that they had a bunch of aroma tomatoes. But I will not be growing these again. Because then I still need to come through and take all this dead leaves off. That's fine, I'll do that later tonight. I'm gonna come back out here anyways. This tomato, I'm just kind of leaving it right here for right now. I didn't get to it. Oh, cute, it has one little tomato on it. But that one's gonna get staked up too. Oh, here are all my suckers. These are my little experiments, which I will plant out. I'll plant out later this evening. I'll put it over here like that. Oh. Because I decided with this one, I'm going to bury the whole thing and leave these leaves out. Might cut half the leaves off, but bury the whole thing and see if I can get tomatoes coming out of it. I have no idea what this is. I'm assuming it's some sort of heirloom variety, but I figured it's all hairy all over the place, so it'll root if I put it in water. And there's a few other ones in here. Some of these suckers are huge, but like this one here. Whoa. I'm gonna plant those out later tonight. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put these in the shade for bust my ass. Here we go. Leave those in the shade. I reorganized over here too, so it looks a little bit, so they're all closer together. But yeah, and that's about it for all my tomatoes. I think it's really cool. I have all these though. I think it's really cool they have all these though. Sounds like you can sell all the tomatoes. Farmer's market, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna have that many. I'm gonna have enough just to feed myself, really. Barely gonna have any to share, but you know, people are gonna wanna come over here and eat my tomatoes. Chocolate mint. So today, while I was working on the tomatoes, the guy who does the lawn for across the street came by and he asked me about the tomatoes. he's like, how are you getting them to grow so well when it's so hot outside? But I think he was very interested in looking at the grow bags because he's never seen those before. And then a friend of mine called me while she was grocery shopping, asking me if I wanted any vegan products that she could find. And another friend came by and she brought me some food, brought me a drink. So I had a couple of interruptions this morning, so it took me a little bit to get done. I mean, it is 1 o'clock now. Started trying to do this around 9:30, I think. So, but the interruptions got me thinking about why I'm doing what I'm doing. And a lot of people tell me that gardening is a lot of work, that they can't grow anything, and someone else told me like you can't really make a business from it unless you're doing this industrially. But I'm definitely going to make a business of this. I'm definitely going to have employees that work with me that get trained on everything, that can take the skills they learn here and take it anywhere instead of just being a cashier at McDonald's. But it really made me think of why I'm doing this. And I really want to build a food community to help bring everyone together. This is a military town, so it might be a little more difficult than if it were just a typical small town where everybody knew everybody and like all the locals know each other, but there's always a new wave of people coming in every year. So I wanted something that people can take with them wherever they may go. So I'm not just growing food for myself, I'm growing food for the world, really think about it. If I'm successful at building a community that actually cares about one another, if I'm successful at building a community where people actually care about one another, they're helping each other out, they're watching each other's backs, treating each other fairly, I think that would be a really good model for the rest of the world. I mean, Canadians are doing it. A lot of people do go to Canada. They don't want to come back. It would be nice for us to all learn to care for our neighbors as we care for ourselves and our friends. They're all important too. We're all part of a system. Society can't exist without one another. But I really do hope that I am successful at building the community of my dreams, because I would hope that the rest of the country would follow our example. To have locally sourced food, to be self-sustainable instead of trying to import everything. Right now there's a lot of problems with the food industry and people don't really realize it. And a lot of the problem isn't necessarily that it's a non-vegan world. The main problem is that there's industrial farming. There's a mass production of food. And everyone thinks that maybe it's GMOs. That's the issue, is more of like monocropping and farmers not rotating crops or replenishing the soil, or just bad farming practices. So it would be better if we were able to learn how to be more self-sustainable in our communities, within our counties. I think that's pretty doable. But so far, I don't know of anyone else doing this. I know there's a guy in Dallas that has a huge hydroponics farm that grows food for restaurants. That's great. That'd be a good start for me in terms of money making, because restaurants are customers 52 weeks out of the year. But right now I'm just trying to do this, starting at the bottom, and I'm gonna take you all with me. And here I am, starting at the bottom. I don't even own the house I'm in. I'm trying to raise money so I could buy it. So check out my GoFundMe. Help me out if you can. I don't know when I'm gonna get this video up, but hopefully I'll have all my links and stuff set up. I can have like what do other people do? Amazon affiliate, GoFundMe's already set up. What else? I'm trying to think of other ways that you could support us. Some people don't want to just give money, but check me out on Facebook. Check me out on my Instagram. Check out my website. And we'll see how far I can go from here. Or maybe you don't feel like doing anything, and that's fine, you know, you don't have to support me. I can just keep making these videos and you can just keep watching them. But either way, I gotta start somewhere. Here's where I'm at. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.